What's good, YouTube? It's your boy JrTheOota. Today, finna be reacting to man murders detective at the police station. This shit get crazy and crazy. Do me a favor, if you're new to the channel, smash that like button, sub up, follow my Twitch. We go live every single day. Let's get started, bro.
On September 25th, 2020, and officers from the Metropolitan Police Service are patrolling on London Road
2020?
in South London.
It's 2020.
Out of nowhere, they spot a male holding a duffel bag while wearing a black surgical mask, coat, trousers and boots. Although this wouldn't have usually aroused suspicion at that moment in time, remember most of the public were wearing masks. On this occasion, it did, as there had been burglaries in the area. The police thought this man, whoever he was, may be connected to the ongoing burglaries in the area, and so it was time to investigate.
I'm going to detain you under Section 1 of the Police Criminal Evidence Act, okay? The reason for that is there's a lot of burglaries in this area, and I've just seen you walk... You can just keep your hands out your pockets for now. I'll take it and have a look in a minute. All right. The reason is there's a lot of burglaries in this area. Okay. It's 1:30 in the morning. I don't know who you are. You probably got a totally legitimate excuse. All right. But at the moment you're walking down the road with a duffel bag. All right. Which I believe may have stuff going to equipped to do a burglary. All right. So I'm just going to search you.
In this pocket, I've got my ID.
Perfect. Okay. That's fine. Don't put your hands in your pockets. Hey, hello, don't put your hands in your pockets, okay? You okay? You're just going to be searched, mate. You're not under arrest. I just need to search you. You okay? Alright, just a bit nervous, yeah?
My parents, please.
Okay, are they expecting you home? Okay, that's fine. Alright, that's fine.
You could be 2 seconds. You could be 2 seconds. Do you want me to hold that? Sorry, you're not in trouble. You're not in trouble. So my colleague just explains. He was just quick.
Buddy shitting himself. Why is Buddy shitting himself right now? If you're not the one doing the robberies, my nigga, what are you worried about?
Search you, see if you've got anything, and you're gonna be gone. This is all being recorded on body camera, okay? You're not in trouble. My colleagues just said a few of the grounds. And he was just gonna quick search you, and you're free to go.
Okay.
I'm entitled to a copy of the slip.
I'm going to confess, okay,
Yeah.
in that bag is non-medical cannabis.
That's a then 23-year-old Louis DeZoya. It's not entirely clear what he was doing on the night in question, but to nip it in the bud, he was no burglar. There is one leading theory that has been pushed, and that was he was heading to his parents' home. Not for any regular visit though, as you'll find out shortly. Louis had been addicted to cannabis for roughly 4 years by this point, spending roughly £200 a month on it, which was more than likely why he had it in his possession. He was also diagnosed with autism earlier on in life, which at first glance may explain why he was so nervous when interacting with police. He was visibly shaking. According to medical reports, Louis' autism impacted the way he communicated and interacted with members of the public. But even if autism played a slight role in this nervous exchange with officers, it most definitely wasn't the cause of the initial stress. The stress wasn't caused by the fact he was in possession of cannabis either.
Okay, how much have you got in there?
I've got maybe 3 or so grams.
Okay, alright. I'm still going to have to search you, alright?
Yeah.
So, just pass me your phone and your mask, okay? All my concern is at the moment is if you've got anything on that's going to hurt me or you. Any needles, any razor blades, anything like that. Okay, fine. Because you just told me you've got drugs on you, I'm just going to have to put you in handcuffs while I search you. The reason... What's the matter? So the reason for that is people try and do silly things.
This nigga's nervous as fuck.
They try and hurt themselves. They try and hurt police officers. All right.
Can you take me into the car, please?
Why? Don't resist. Listen to me very carefully.
I know.
Don't resist.
Okay, we'll put you in the car, but put handcuffs in first, yeah?
Okay.
Is it someone's watching us? Or...
No, let me take the bag, please. Thank you.
Why do you want us to sit you in the car?
Just worried, please.
Why? Why are you worried?
Just.
You think your parents might see?
No.
The fuck is wrong with this nigga? What is wrong with him, bro? That can't be no weed, gang. You cannot be doing weed and acting like this. Hell to the no, nigga. You're doing fentanyl, nigga. He innocent? No, he's not innocent, bro. He's off the fetty. He is off the fetty, my nigga. Ain't no weed gonna have you tweaking this bag.
CAD for a stop of a person on London Road, junction with Pollard Hill North, please. Don't put your hands in your pockets. Don't do that again. Do you understand? Do you understand? That's the third time you've done that, and I've told you not to.
They haven't even searched this nigga. Are they gonna search him? They haven't even searched him. Nah. If a detective gets killed in the police station, my nigga, it's y'all fault. Y'all did not search him.
Listen to me. Next time, you're going to be handcuffed to the back. All right? 3 times I've asked you. You speak perfectly good English. Stop doing it.
It's for our safety as well, because we don't know if you're reaching in for a knife. We don't know what you're reaching in for your pocket.
Inside is my. If you open,
Received.
you'll see my ID, which has my address.
At the moment, I've tried to do you a favour by taking you off the street. You've not told me why. I'm just saving you a little bit of embarrassment. Now you've reached into... Stop talking. You've now reached into your pockets 3 times and I've told you not to, right? You've now told me you've got drugs on you when I thought you might have had some sort of tool on you to burgle someone's house. So now I'm going to search you stood right here, alright? Because I don't know what else you've got on you. And I think there's more to this story than you're letting on, despite having drugs on you, alright? Okay, so I asked you earlier, I'm not too sure what the answer was. Have you got anything on you like sharp that can hurt me or you?
No.
No?
Close the door.
Yeah. Canisters.
Oh.
Right, at the moment, I'm placing you under arrest
Okay.
for possession of what
Yeah.
I believe
Alright.
to be bullets. All right.
Yo, Toxic, you still think he innocent? You still think he innocent, Mud?
Clive van and cell space for 1 male adult arrested for possession of what I believe to be bullets on London Road, junction
You speak
with Pollard
Spanish?
Hill.
Claro que sí. Ya tú sabes, papi.
1567.
What the fuck? Oh, they found bullets. They found bullets on him. Whoa. That's a red flag. Whoa. Bullets? Niggas found bullets in his jacket pocket. Whoa. What are we gonna do with that, buddy?
Okay, thanks. He needs to search the back of him.
Hey, Ryan, you've got a South Scar back for Miller.
Just say receive for me.
Yeah, you see, he was not innocent, gang. He was gonna go shoot at his parents,
Check it out for
nigga.
me.
He said he was on the way to his parents' house. You know he was about to do, gang.
We're changing to handcuffs to rear.
Yeah, definitely.
Here.
You got 1 pair of trousers on?
I have the second pair of thermals.
Right, okay. Okay, just gonna search your inside leg. Spread your legs slightly for me, thank you. Where'd you get the boots from? Yeah, all good.
Mind your hands. Darling, I'm going to close this door, alright?
He's panicking. He's panicking, gang. He got some funny shit going on.
Do you want me to stay with you?
No, it's fine.
There's something we don't know about this nigga, bro.
Possession of firearm, aka a bag of what look like bullets. Possession of intent to supply Class B.
There's something we don't know.
So you probably don't need further search.
Yes.
Right, just tip up this and wind them down, don't take the cuffs off.
Yeah, it's fine.
Stand up, mate.
He's been a bit.
Go on.
I understand.
I think this is it.
I understand, stand up.
So please leave.
What?
Please leave. I think I'm going to pass on.
Okay, listen to me.
I don't know, mate.
My name's Matt, I'm the custody officer, right? I'm in charge. I'm not involved in the investigation. You've been arrested on suspicion of possession of bullets, ammunition, and possession of intent to supply.
Class B.
Class B, anything else?
That's it.
Alright, your detention's not been authorised yet, but I can authorise a search of you under section 54 of PACE. Stand up. Mate, you were good enough to...
After being led into a cell at Croydon Custody Centre in South London, Louis managed to grab hold of a Colt antique revolver that he had stored in a holster under his coat and opened fire on Custody Sergeant Matt Ratner. Even though Louis had been...
Whoa. Yo, that's how you know they didn't search this man. And you talking about he innocent. Yo, toxic, but he's still innocent, mud. Fuck no.
thoroughly searched, police somehow managed to miss the near foot-long gun that had been...
How do y'all miss a gun, though? Niggas searched this nigga about 3 times. And miss or something like this, bit. Like, what? Whoever searched him needs to be fired ASAP, because this shit could have been prevented.
This would ultimately allow Louis to shoot Sergeant Ratner. Over the space of seconds, 4 shots were fired towards Sergeant Ratner. The first hit him directly in the chest, more specifically, the heart. After the first shot was fired, officers leapt on top of Louis, but he continued to fire. A second bullet would hit Sergeant Ratner in the leg. The third would lodge into the cell wall, and the final would bounce off the floor and hit Louis in the neck. As Sergeant Ratner lay bleeding to death, more officers ran in the cell and tasered Louis while screaming, "You fucking piece of shit." He was then dragged out of the cell, leaving a trail of blood. Officers would try their best to keep both men alive
nigga shot
until
himself.
paramedics arrived. They were both bleeding out in Croydon Custody Centre. When they did arrive, both men were still breathing. However,
Yeah, bro. This the UK. This the UK. Yeah, these niggas gotta be jokes. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Sergeant Ratner would succumb to his injuries just 2 hours later in hospital. Louis almost met the
Rest
same
in peace
fate,
to the
but after
to the
life-saving
sergeant,
surgery, he would go on to survive. Although it should be noted that he had been in a coma for months after the surgery. Although he survived, it wasn't entirely clear if he'd ever go on trial because of the condition he was in. The shooting had caused him to have a stroke, which left him with brain damage. He was able to communicate on a very basic level. He had also been left partially paralysed. However, the Crown Prosecution Service wanted to move forward with murder charges 9 months after the shooting, as Louis had somewhat recovered from his injuries. His lawyers argued that because he had brain damage, he wouldn't be fit to stand before a jury. But the judge presiding over the case would disagree and gave the go-ahead. You see, Louis was able to communicate at a very basic level.
And he knows what's going on, bro.
And short phrases. A lot of the time, it would just be one-worded answers. He was also able to somewhat understand questions that would come his way. And so when the judge took all of this into account, the thumbs up for the trial was given.
I want to see what he looked like now, bitch.
I spoke to Matt 2 days before the shooting. The thing that pains me the most is that he was just 2 months away from retiring. Our words spoken by Matt's brother James Young. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Ratner was just 2 months away from retiring, but he was sadly murdered in cold blood. Matt's life...
Damn, Matt was... I'm pretty sure Matt was the detective, if I'm not mistaken. The main detective, bro.
one huge roller coaster. He was born in New Zealand to a loving family. As he was growing up, he wanted to follow his dreams of becoming a tennis player. As a part of chasing this dream, he would secure himself a scholarship in America, but ultimately decided he wanted to join the Metropolitan Police when he moved to England in 1991.
This rugby shit don't be a joke.
Until 2020. Once you met Matt, you couldn't forget him. He would take time out to talk to people. He didn't care who you were. It's quite strange, but people who had been previously arrested would turn up to the station because they wanted to chat with Matt. Matt will be missed by many. The same can't be said for Louis. In June of 2023, Louis DeZoya would go on trial for the murder of Matt Ratner. As you know, it was never fully clear why Louis decided to go out that night armed with a gun. But the police and the Crown Prosecution Service did have one theory. He was going to either A, seriously hurt his father, or B, murder him. Again, this theory should be taken with a pinch of salt, because no charges in relation to Louis harming his father.
Come on, ain't nobody going to their parents' house with bullets in their jacket, a gun on them, and a 3.5. Come on. That's just everything you don't bring. That's everything you don't bring. Like,
whatever
you feel me?
Against him. The reason why that theory was the strongest was because Louis and his father had a rocky relationship. You see, growing up, he would witness his father beat his mother. He would tell the jury using response techniques with his lawyer that he would be beaten by his father over trivial matters when he was a child.
Damn.
The police were fully aware there had been issues, as they had been called to at least one fight between the pair in the past. In 2019, they were called to the family home after a fight broke out. Louis had kicked his father off a bike because, quote, he had been talking too loud. During the trial, it emerged that Louis had purchased the antique firearm legally via an auction website. At that point in 2020, it was legal to do so. His lawyer stated that he had purchased the gun because he had feared the pandemic would lead to food shortages. Therefore, he would use the firearm to hunt wildlife. However, psychologists would tell the jury that Louis had told them he began carrying the gun months before the shooting for protection. He told the psychologists that he had been robbed in a drug deal gone wrong. Louis had lived at a flat in Banstead. That's roughly 10 miles from where he would be picked up by police. He had moved out from his parents' home after dropping out of an engineering course at college and finding employment with the HMRC. Using the experience he had in engineering, he crafted several working bullets for the firearm in his garage at the flat. Those bullets would be used to murder Matt Ratner. During the defense's opening speech, Louis' lawyers would tell the jury that he never intended to kill anyone that day, even up until the point of the shooting itself.
Like, I don't know how these people that be defending these people, like, how do you defend this, bro? How do you get up on the stand and say some dumbass shit like this? He didn't mean to shoot him, so what did he mean to do? Give him a hug?
Instead, they explained that due to a lack of personal space, Louis had an autistic meltdown. His autism diminished his responsibility. In other words, he wasn't in a sound frame of mind when he committed the murder. To no surprise, the jury wouldn't accept the defense, and Louis was found guilty on all charges placed against him. He was handed a life sentence on a life order tariff, meaning he'll never be released from jail.
Sheesh.
Louis DeZoya at 1:26 in the morning on the 25th of September 2020.
What the fuck is this judge wearing? What is this judge, bro? Bro, is this even proper attire, gang?
You shot dead Sergeant Matt Ratner. He was the custody sergeant at Croydon Police Station. He had devoted his life to public service. He put himself in the way of danger to protect the public and to protect and safeguard those who came into custody. You have robbed Sue Bushby of their future life together, Diane Peachy of her stepson, Luke Ratner of his father, and Jessica Williams and James Young of their brother.
Damn.
They are all rightly immensely proud of the man you killed. They recognise that you bear the sole responsibility for his murder. They say in their victim impact statements that for the officers who were on duty that night, they have nothing but support, sympathy, admiration and respect. You said that you had an autistic meltdown. You said that you had diminished responsibility.
That's bullshit.
The jury disagreed. The jury found you guilty of murder.
Ooh.
The
Excuse
sentence
me.
for murder is set by law. It is life imprisonment. So I sentence you to life imprisonment.
Alright. But he lost everything in a split decision. Don't think with your dick, my nigga. Think with your brain.
I have a great deal
Rest
of
in peace to
medical
that
evidence
officer.
about your condition, and I have been given very great assistance from your lawyers. I have all the information that is necessary to pass sentence. The law requires the court to decide whether to set a minimum term order or a whole life order. A minimum term order means that you can be considered for release after the minimum term. A whole life order means that you remain in custody for the rest of your life.
Sheesh.
The aggravating factors, in my judgment, outweigh the mitigating factors. The aggravating effect of your use of a gun and the planning and premeditation outweigh the mitigating effects of your personal mitigation, including the impact of custody. There is therefore no
Not gonna lie, this shit on his head is getting me tight. I'm not gonna lie.
justification to depart from the starting point of a whole life order. That is what Parliament has decided should normally apply as a starting point to the murder of a police officer in the execution of their duty. The seriousness of the offence means that a minimum term order is not justified. A whole life order must be imposed. Louis de Zoysa, I sentence you to imprisonment for life. I impose a whole life order. That means you will remain in custody for the rest of your life.
Boo! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. But yo, man, if you like this video, do me a favor, smash that like button, sub up, follow my Twitch. We go live every single day. Boom.